So it's day 0 in the artist alley, and my sister and I just flew in today. So we just finished setting up. As far as getting like out of LAX and whatnot, I've heard a lot of horror stories about Ubering out of LAX, how long it takes, and like the traffic and whatnot. Honestly, not bad, not as bad as I thought. I've heard stories that it would go, or it could cost up to like $100 to Uber out of LAX, but we paid maybe, it was still expensive. We paid maybe half of that, so it was still better than I thought. At one point we did have an Uber come by and tell us no to bring us, or to drive us, because we had too many suitcases and his car was too small. So we had to get an XL. We have 6 suitcases with us, so. But, you know, Ubering was pretty easy to get to the Los Angeles Convention Center. But yeah, so I just finished setting up and I will show you to my table now. Alright, so here is my table. They require us to show our name and our table number at all times, so I cut mine up and I pinned it to the table. I still have to fix some of these charms, but as far as new things go, I think my only new things for AX are these Animal Crossing charms. So I have Punchy, Raymond, and Marshall. They are also double-sided. And then I also have them as stickers. I also made these new signs for my plushie. I'm planning a Kickstarter in August, so I wanted to advertise him. I also have this new print here. So I have a large version, and then I also have this small version here, but she's kind of tucked away in the corner. And then I also decided to bring some of my old stuff in a sale bin. So these are all My Hero acrylic pins that I've had for a while, and I think I just need to get rid of them. So I'm hoping that bringing them to AX will help get rid of them. Oh, and then I also printed out a new picture for my tip jar. I'm also next to I'm Jamie Jam. So this is my sister's table. She's still setting up, but you can kind of see a part of it right here. So luckily we were able to book spots right next to each other. Oh, I'm also still missing some things. I'm waiting for my friend to bring my sticker books tomorrow, and then I'm gonna put up stamp rally cards here so that people will see which ones I'm in. And then of course my terminal is gonna go right here. But other than that, I think I'm ready to go. So it's day 1 and Artist Alley hasn't opened yet. It's almost 9 o'clock, so they're gonna open soon. But we did have a bit of a hard time getting into the convention center. We went through some random security line and then walked around outside of the convention center because all the doors were locked. And everybody that we asked kept telling us to go through the front, but the front, they told us to go through the security lines. So it was a little confusing to get in. We ended up walking around a little bit until a security guard let us through after we showed them our badge. And then we rushed down and grabbed our helpers from the parking garage and went through security again to come back in. But now we're at our booths. I had to rearrange a lot of my merch. I just have a lot of things and not very much space on top of my table. Right, so we have 15 minutes until opening. I'm just trying to organize everything so that there's things that are not quite as bestsellers are kind of farther away or maybe on the ground. And everything else that's I think will sell better is up on the table, like close to me. But they're also all in plastic bags. Here, I'll show you. So because I flew, everything is in a plastic bag here, and I haven't labeled any of them. So I think my helper will have a hard time trying to find where each character is. So I might try and label everything. I have these little sticky labels, but I don't think it'll stay very well. So yeah, so here, everything's in plastic bags just for purpose of like weight. But we'll see what we can do. Yeah, it'll be kind of a trial run right now, and then hopefully maybe by the end of today I'll have a better system, but we'll see. Day 1 of AX, very first AX. So I'm actually already packed up the hotel that I'm staying at, and it is the end of day 1. So I guess first of all, going into it, I had a lot of, I don't know if expectations is the right word, but I just hear a lot of horror stories about AX, and so I was really paranoid about how hectic it was gonna be during day 1 because I had such high paranoia. Today actually went like pretty normally for the first day of a con. It was definitely busy, which is really good. I made my expenses back in just one day. I think actually by like 2 p.m. I had already made all of my expenses back, and we still have like 3 days left of this con, which is insane. And so I'm really looking forward to the rest of the con. I think tomorrow and Saturday will be busier. I had a friend come by to tell me that they're expecting 500,000 people on Friday, which is crazy. And so it is going to be busy. But as far as like a recap goes for day 1, this morning it was really difficult for us to get into the actual convention building. So after the morning and getting all of our things together, it went pretty smoothly after that. Like a pretty normal con day, but I think around like maybe 4 o'clock it got pretty slow for me, and I was actually surprised. I just assumed that you would never be slow at AX, but I was actually a little slow towards the end of the day. So but I'm hoping Friday and Saturday is just constantly busy. I don't think I've ever experienced a convention day like that, and so I'm curious to see how well I'll be able to keep up. But I am going to try to rely more on my friends, my 2 helpers. I'm not used to having a helper, and so I will see if I can rely on them more, so then maybe I can take more breaks. Because I think the worst thing for me was I was standing all day and I got really tired. But by the end, I'm okay now. I'll just take a shower and, reset for tomorrow. And I will check back in with you guys tomorrow. Good morning. It's the morning of day 2, and we decided to try to take the shuttle this morning instead of the metro. We didn't need to get here as early as yesterday since we kind of prepped everything throughout the day on day 1. So we thought we would have enough time to just take the shuttle instead. And so this one was free, provided by AX. And we got in line for the first one, and it actually left. It was supposed to leave at 7, but it actually left at like 6:50. So I feel kind of bad if some people got in line for the 7 o'clock and it already left. But we were here pretty early. There's like no traffic, which is not what I was expecting. I thought there'd be a lot of traffic. But yeah, now we're walking over to the Arts Alley building. It might be locked, so we're gonna try to find our way in. We managed to find our way in because somebody let us through the doors, and we are here at the hall pretty early. There's like nobody here yet, so we're just gonna take this time to browse and walk around and see what booths are open. My friend Ji-yoon, aka JYK Doodles, gave me some presents. So she got me these Pikmin gummies from Japan. I'm so excited to eat these. I think they're just so silly. So I will eat these at some point. And then I got a little smisky. And so I'm gonna do a unboxing video. Oh my god. Look at him. It's just a little guy. Hey everyone, so it's the middle of day 2 and I am tired. It's been pretty busy and I'm pretty happy with, how everything has been turning out. So there really isn't too much to report on. Again, I feel like it's just difficult to get into the building every morning so far, and we still haven't figured out the actual entrance for the artists. So I think we're just going to be suffering the whole weekend trying to figure that out. Hey everybody! So it is the end of day 2 now, and everybody is tired. So I'm going to go to dinner with my friends, and we're going to go have pot pot, so I'm really excited. But yeah, as far as sales go, I actually think I did better yesterday, which is a little sad. But I'm hoping that Saturday will be the best, because Saturdays are always the best. So I will come back tomorrow with a positive attitude and we will get through day 3 of AX.
He's so involved.
Good morning. It's the morning of day 3, and I think we finally figured out how to get to, or like which entrance to use to get to the artist alley. So fingers crossed. Hello. So it's the morning of day 3 and artist alley just opened up. It's actually been pretty busy so far, so it's a good start to the day. So it's about halfway through day 3 of AX now, and I think that I am doing a little bit better than I was the previous 2 days. I think sales have been spread out more evenly today, and so maybe it just feels like it's better, but I'm not really sure. But I did check my numbers, and I think I'm pretty even with where I was yesterday and the day before, or maybe a little bit over by the time that it was like halfway through. So I think anything I make today, like I'm just gonna be happy with. I am pretty tired, and I know that I still have a whole nother day tomorrow. So this is really an interesting experience to have, to call day 3 a Saturday. But I'm just gonna keep going, and hopefully we can make it to the end. So I just got back to the hotel after day 3 ended, and this is the first time I took the shuttle back to the hotel, and it was insane. So right as Artist Alley closed, we covered up my booth and closed down, and we like rushed out of the convention center and walked to the area where the shuttle bus was, and there was already a huge line just to wait for the bus that we had to take, and it only got longer after us, and so it was a lot of people. We had to wait there for maybe 20 or 30 minutes, but it was really hot and just gross and sticky. Not a fun time, but luckily we were able to get on the first bus that arrived. We were lucky enough to grab the few extra seats that were left over after a majority of the people in front of us got in. And so the bus ride back was pretty uneventful. It was really nice and air conditioned, and now we are gonna get ready for dinner, and hopefully the wait time for dinner isn't too long, but seeing as we are in Little Tokyo and it's a Saturday night, that is very doubtful. As far as vending goes though, I would say that Saturday wasn't too much busier than Thursday, and so far the rankings in the days in terms of I guess busiest to least busiest was today, Saturday, and then Thursday, and then Friday. I'm actually really surprised that Friday was so slow, and that actually maybe not that, but like I was surprised that Thursday was so busy. But a lot of people were saying that because it was 4th of July, people had the day off and they were like, hey, let's go to AX, spend our holiday there. And then on Friday, a lot of people did not have that day off because it was July 5th. And so that is probably a pretty good assumption to have, and probably why the days turned out like that. But tomorrow is the last day, and I am so ready to wrap up AX and sleep for probably the next week until my next event. Good morning. It is the morning of day 4, which is the last day. We are waiting for the shuttle bus to get over to the convention center. All of the other 3 days so far, they did not open at 8 a.m., which is nice, but we always go early just in case. But also, it gives us a chance to walk around the artist alley before it opens up, and a lot of people have their booths uncovered so we can kind of take a peek at what people have, which has led to me doing some shopping, which is not a bad thing. But yeah, so we're just gonna get through today and then it's gonna be a wrap up for AX. So it is actually August right now. It's been about a month since AX has ended, and as I was editing my vlog, I realized that I forgot to record my final thoughts for the last day of AX. So from what I remember, the last day of AX actually ended earlier than the other 3 days. I think it ended around 3 or 4. And so we, obviously because we didn't have as much time to vend, it was not like, just like numbers wise, it wasn't as good as the other 3 days. But I think if it were as long as the other days, it probably would have been around the same numbers. I've also had some time to hear about other people's experience at vending at AX, and I think we all sort of came to the same conclusion. The things that you hear about AX is that everybody in the artist alley is sardined together, and so coming into AX, that is what I was expecting. And so when we were vending and it wasn't like sardined people, I guess you could say that I felt a little underwhelmed. I think a lot of people use that word, that it was underwhelming, but I think that everybody was still really happy with all of their numbers. Overall, AX was a great experience, and I'm really thankful to everybody who, you know, stopped by, and really anybody who's like been supporting me this whole time. I didn't really expect to be able to vend at AX so soon in my vending career. I've only been doing this for about 2 years or so. So really thankful to all of you guys who support me online and have like stopped by my table, and every time somebody tells me that they follow me on social media, I'm just like, oh, that's so nice, thank you. Hopefully I can vend at AX again next year, but we will see. For now, I just wanted to promote something that is happening right now. My sister and I, we have these 2 mascots and we have these plushies, and we just launched the Kickstarter today, and so if you have the chance, please check them out. I will put the link in the description. I think the special thing that we like about these is that we actually put some magnets in their cheeks, and so they kind of can, you know, squish cheeks together, and it's really cute. You can do it on either side. Yeah, so please check them out. This is Jasper. He's my mascot, and this is Sesame, and he's my sister's mascot. Back to the video.
What are you doing? There's another one.